What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the CUFC YouTube channel for the final game of the League 2 season 5-minute preview. It's Carlisle's last game in League 2, hopefully not for that long, but with our relegation confirmed at the weekend, this will be our last time hosting an EFL game for however long it takes to get back up. And Carlisle United have just released that Rob Clarkson has left the club with immediate effect, so I think it is the beginning of change at Carlisle United, and hopefully that change is for the better. But looking at Saturday, and then, as I say, Carlisle take on Salford at Brunton Park this Saturday. Salford founded in 1940. Their current manager is Carl Robinson, and they do play their football at the Peninsula Stadium, which holds 5,108, and from the Peninsula up to Brunton Park, it's a 233-mile round trip, which will take you just under 4 hours as a round trip. So safe travel to the probably very few Salford fans who are making that trip up to Brunton Park this coming Saturday. Looking at the previous 5 games, and Carlisle, of course, relegation confirmed at Cheltenham with that 3-2 defeat. But other than that, 4 games unbeaten for Carlisle. We actually come into this in the exact same run of form as Salford. A 1-1 against Accrington, that 3-2 against Port Vale, 2-0 against Morecambe, and a 3-2 against Newport. Salford, a 3-1 win against Notts County, a 1-1 against Doncaster, a 2-1 defeat against Accrington, a 3-1 win over Morecambe, and a 4-1 over Colchester, keeping their playoffs alive and well. Salford will be looking to confirm a playoff position at Brunton Park this coming Saturday. But last time we met, well, play the clip. That is right, a Ben Barkley 90th minute header won the game in front of a packed, sold-out away end in November down at the Peninsula. Great game of football. Well, it wasn't a great game of football. It was a great result, a great moment at the end, but it wasn't a great game of football. That was a lie. But yeah, Carlisle beat Salford 1-0 in the previous game when we met back in November. Back when things were a little bit happier for Carlisle United. But looking at my starting 11, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Who cares? You know, we've got nothing to play for. But Gabe Breeze, Jack Ellis, Aaron Hayden, Terrell Thomas, Cameron Harper, Callum Whelan, Sean Versailles, Kadeem Harris, Stephen Wern, George Kelly, and Matty Dennis up top. That is the starting 11 I would go with. Again, as I sort of say, who's really bothered? You know, the game's done, isn't it? You know, it doesn't matter from a Carlisle perspective who we play. We could play the youth academy kids for all I care. I'm not fussed. You know, we've got nothing to play for. Just the only thing we can play for is to ruin Salford's party, and I don't really care about Salford enough to ruin their party. But it would be nice to go out with a win, of course. But I would just go with that, Tim. You know, keep the consistency. If Mark Hughes is going to stay, he's going to want consistency in his side. So that's what I would go with. But again, I don't really care, to be fair. But looking at the matchday predictions, then let's finish with a bang, shall we? Accrington Stanley 2, Chesterfield 2, Bradford 4, Fleetwood 0, Bromley 0, Cheltenham 0, Carlisle 2, Salford 3, Colchester 3, Barrow 0, Crewe 0, Walsall 0, Grimsby 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Morecambe 0, Harrogate 0, when the 0-0's there, Newport 1, Tranmere 0, Notts County 2, Doncaster 2, Port Vale 5, Gillingham 1, and Swindon 5, MK Dons 3. Yeah, I've went with the Salford victory. I think they've just got a lot more on the line with their playoff campaign in the balance. Carlisle already down and probably deflated by that. I imagine the crowd's not going to be absolutely spectacular at the weekend either. But Yeah, our season's finished. We're starting to make them changes. We brought the statement out saying about, the actions and that they take responsibility and everything. So it is great to see that we have actions and not just words with Rob Clarkson departing from the role. And hopefully this is the start of a better Carlisle United going forward. But time will tell. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all the support on the 5-minute previews. Will they be back next season? Who knows? Just got to watch this space. But thank you so much for all the support on the channel recently. I've been CUFC, and I'll see you in the next one.